I'm a 3D artist, and in this video I turn some of Minecraft's most iconic blocks into the most hardware intensive versions of themselves. So the Minecraft movie came out recently, and for the past few weeks I've been trying to make Minecraft blocks realistic. Here's how it went. First off is the enchanting table. I love the design of this block, the vibe of this block, and honestly, I don't know how much I can improve it. Oh, I meant to make people want to watch the video? Oh, I did an amazing job and you should like and subscribe. Anyway, first things first, I need to make the obsidian texture for the base of the enchanting table. So just chuck a few nodes together and yeah, that seems pretty good. I added these little corner thingies. I had no idea what they were, but when I was looking for reference, I found some diamond encrusted jewellery. So I decided to make something like that. Now for the cloth in the enchanting table, I subdivided a plane a bunch and used a cloth simulation. I didn't say I was smart. I made this velvet material and then added thousands of fur particles? Come on. I then spent way too much time with the book trying to get the shape and rotation right, then didn't add any details to the back. But we didn't have to see that. Look at this cool leather texture I made. The paper textures, I used noise, gradient and wave nodes to make it look more worn and look like some weird block. I don't think blocks really fit Minecraft's aesthetic very well. Unfortunately for me, I can't skip the details on the front, so this is going to be a lot of hard work. What do you think you're doing? Yes, I made an entire font for this joke. Yes, I am ashamed. Not. Haha. Cool go bzzz. Now for some finishing touches, and the enchanting table is complete. Next up is the crafting table. I started with the wooden planks texture, which would have been a lot simpler if I'd used a wave texture, but refer to line 17. I didn't say I was smart. I used another cloth simulation for the top of the crafting table, and used the grid texture for the colour and bump. The crafting table is a little confusing to me. I have no idea what these are, so I just made it a border and modelled these straps around it. I reused the leather texture from the book, the metal texture from the enchanting table. I modelled the handle and blade of the saw. Then I modelled the mallet, which I think turned out pretty good. Similar to everything else on the crafting table, I spent like half an hour trying to figure out what this was. Were they scissors, shears? Thankfully, after 10 days, I decided they were pliers, and spent way too much time on them. But I think they turned out pretty good. I modelled the straps so they weren't just floating off to the side. And here is the finalised crafting table. Now I'll be honest, I was definitely less happy with the crafting table, so I wanted to make the last block really good, really exceed all the others. So for the final block, I had to defy the odds, shake up the bourgeoisie with the most death-defying, artistic rendition of a realistic gold block. You've let this family down. They tried to imprison us, fool us into thinking that they had all the power. Well, guess what? There's a new king in town. Seriously, the final block is the grass block. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's one of the most basic blocks in the game. Why would you choose that one? Think of the viewer retention, and you're not wrong. I didn't say I was smart. This last one uses PBR materials from Polyhaven and Quixel, and I think that's really improved the quality. I started off by applying the dirt material from Polyhaven, and messed around with the setup a little bit. Then I put in some rocks from another blend file, and used Blender's particle system to place them randomly around the sides of the block. I imported some clumps of grass from Quixel, and again used particles to distribute them across the top of the block. And then after some finishing touches, these are all the blocks I modelled. So if you enjoyed this video, comment some other blocks you'd like me to recreate, and maybe some other visual styles you'd like to see, so I can do a bit more than realism.